Today we're going to demonstrate the user experience accessing a document that was posted on a public internet site. For this example, we're using a Walmart annual report. Our focus on this document is for the use of screen reader software used by people with visual disabilities. Helping us with this demonstration is Keith Watson, a visually impaired employee of VASTEC. He will be using JAWS screen reader software.
Control page down.
First, Keith will attempt to access this PDF just as we found it on the Walmart site, using Adobe Reader, a popular and free downloadable software used for opening PDF files.
Reading untagged document dialog. This 4-page document is untagged and must be prepared for reading.
First, the free Adobe software recognizes this as an untagged PDF document, so it needs time to prepare the document. This free software has built-in features that allow for automatic optical character recognition, OCR, and automatic tagging of PDFs so that a screen reader software assistive technology can assess it. You will notice the software indicates the document has no links. Let's see how this process works on this.
Walmart.pdf graphic 2 2010 annual repo RT graphic 7 we save people money so they can live better graphic 18.
A sighted person would quickly understand what this document is by seeing the graphics, but the visually impaired cannot, unless the graphics are described. In this case, as interpreted by the free Adobe Reader, they are merely labeled as graphics and are of no use to a non-sighted reader. In addition, the text is mispronounced due to misinterpretation of the text by the free software, recognizing some letters as uppercase and others as lowercase. As you can hear, this makes comprehension difficult for the screen reader user. Listen again.
2010 annual repo RT graphic 7.
VASTEC, an industry leader in document accessibility and Section 508, will now process this page for true accessibility for screen reader users. Once complete, we ask Keith to read it with JAWS once again.
2010 annual report graphic Walmart logo. Graphic Walmart logo we save people money so they can live better. Graphic diverse group of Walmart shoppers including woman holding a paper bag containing food and non-food items. Mother and young daughter pushing shopping cart. Graphic with recyclable Walmart bags containing food and non-food items. Middle-aged man holding boxed electronic item.
After being remediated, the images were more descriptive. You got a better feel for what was going on in the pictures, and it was just a much more pleasant experience to go through that.
Let's take a closer look. Notice that a truly accessible document identified to the reader the number of headings and links contained within the document. Both are critical for screen reader navigation within the document. First, VASTEC has described all the graphics with alternative text. Notice that the graphic on the front cover was designed intentionally to represent to a sighted person the diversity of Walmart shoppers and the variety of products they carry. Here, VASTEC has described this graphic in much greater detail, giving the screen reader user an equivalent experience. Second, notice the pronunciation has been repaired.
2010 underline annual report underline.
Now let's take a look at page 2, where we will see the same issues with text pronunciation, and the text is not reading in logical order. Visually, we see that this page contains both images and extensive text in a list format contained inside a simple table. Notice as you listen that the text was not recognized as text, but instead was recognized as images or pictures of text, providing no access at all to the information by the screen reader software.
Graphic 20 operational overview lower accompanied by the number S graphic 33, graphic 34, graphic 35, graphic 36, graphic 37, graphic 38, graphic 39.
In the case of this document, it was totally inaccessible. I had no clue what was on the page, had no idea what I was supposed to be seeing.
After we remediate the page to VASTEC standards, greater accessibility is obvious.
Graphic Walmart logo are accompanied by the numbers operational overview. Table with 4 columns and 6 rows. Walmart News.s. Walmart International Sam's Club highlights list of 9 items. Bullet net sales increased 1.1% to $258 billion.
Most importantly, all of this allows the JAWS user to utilize keyboard commands essential to easily navigate and comprehend the document.
Post-remediation, I was quite surprised that there was actually even a table on that page, because prior to that I had no clue. Everything was just graphics. After the fact, I was able to discern that there was a table there. I was able to utilize JAWS commands in order to maneuver through the table and get a feel for the column headings, the table, what the table was supposed to be imparting to me.
Now let's move to page 3, and another example of how keyboard commands are important. A sighted person will use text headings to visually find the information they need, but a visually impaired person uses keyboard commands to access those headings. Let's see what happens on page 3, which was only automatically tagged with the free Adobe Reader software.
Control page down. There are no headings on this page.
VASTEC can fix this. Here is the remediated page 3.
Management's discussion and analysis of financial condition and results of operations heading level 2. The retail industry heading level 3. Company performance metrics heading level 3. Growth net sales heading level 4.
Headings are actually extremely important to navigating a document in that I'm able to jump through full sections to get to pertinent information as quickly as possible.
Now let's take a look at an even more challenging element, this table. A sighted person uses critically important column and row headers to logically comprehend the data presented in a table. The same is true for a screen reader user. Let's see what happens when a table has only been automatically tagged.
Table with 4 columns and 2 rows. Left parent dollar amounts in millions, right parent growth net sales 2010, growth net sales fiscal years ended January 31st, 2009, growth net sales 2008, column 4, end of row 2008, table end, blank, percent.
As you can hear, there is no reference to table headers, making it nearly impossible for the visually impaired to comprehend the data presented in the table. VASTEC has extensive experience providing accessibility to even the most complex and lengthy tables. First, it will announce the table header, then the table subheaders, then the 2 levels of nested subheaders, all in association with the information in each cell and in logical reading order.
Table with 9 columns and 6 rows. Net sales, row 2. 2010, percent of total, column 3. 2010, percent increase, column 4. 2009, net sales, column 5.
As you can hear, this is now an accessible table. All table headers are associated with the information in each cell, and the table is presented in a logical fashion. This provides a significant improvement for the visually impaired reader.
I don't have to go through and remember what column or what data cell is associated with what column. That information is imparted to me throughout the document as I go through each of the cells.
Before we go, there are 2 more items to take a look at, both of them on page 4. First, take a look at this website.
internet://www.computershare.com.
The automatic tagging has caused one of the words on this page to run together in one continuous strand of text, including the web link, making it very difficult for the screen reader user to navigate the text or locate the web link. And it provides no ability to click directly to the link destination. VASTEC will turn this into an active link that can be immediately accessed, a value to both the sighted and the visually impaired. Also on page 4 is a bar graph of a moving stock price. As you can imagine, the auto-tagging function did not recognize this bar graph. Rather, it identifies it as an image, which is a very common outcome for the Adobe Reader software. The image is announced as a graphic, offering no usable information to the screen reader user.
WMT S&P 500 Index S&P 500 Retailing Index. Dollars. $140. $120. $100.
After VASTEC remediation, the bar graph has been given alternative text with a description of what is visually displayed, including a description for each access point, providing for the visually impaired equal access to this complex data that is otherwise displayed visually.
Walmart for 2007 slight increase from $80 to $100. Walmart graphic for 2008 slight increase from $90 to $110.
As a visually impaired consumer, it behooves me to get information from these documents, and having to do these things by myself through free software or through OCR scanning on my own and having to deal with the issues is very difficult and time consuming. I much prefer having a document come to me that's already been remediated, that's already has clean and clear tables, headers, links that are already labeled, and it's just so time consuming not to have that information there for me.
In this brief example of screen reader accessibility, we've shown how an automatically tagged document does not equal an accessible document, and how VASTEC's expertise in document accessibility and Section 508 remediation can quickly and efficiently resolve these and other document accessibility problems. VASTEC has developed proprietary software and proprietary techniques that allow for processing very high volumes of documents quickly, effectively, and efficiently. VASTEC holds a facility secret clearance and can process your sensitive and classified information to the highest standards. For more information, please contact us on our website, vastec.com.